What is good, YouTube? It's E Squared here, and today I'm not going to the gym, and that's because I'm going into a deload phase. And I'm going to be explaining to you what a deload phase is, why you need a deload phase, when you need a deload phase, and how to do a deload phase. So this video is going to be very important for you if you've been feeling like slightly tired, or I'll get into the deload phase stuff later, but for now I'm going to eat something. I'm honestly thinking of making some Korean popcorn chicken with rice today, but that's gonna be for meal prepping. For now, I'm gonna eat some like leftover like takeout noodles that I had last night. Super bomb, and I'm gonna go nom those down right now. Okay, I am done meal prepping. I probably put the macros on the screen while I was doing like some of those B-roll shots. But anyway, let's start talking about how to deload, what a deload is, and all that other stuff. What is a deload phase? A deload phase is quite literally just reducing anything inside your workout or completely stopping working out for a little bit. Whether it be reps, sets, lightening up the weights, or taking out exercise from your workout routine. That is what deloading is. Now, why you need a deload phase is because as you're working out, over the course of like a month to 2 months, your body is accumulating fatigue. It's accumulating all this like tiredness because it's constantly working out, and then it's constantly recovering, and then it's constantly, you need to give yourself a little bit of time to just chill and not put it through so much stress. And that's why deload phases are very useful. They help your muscles, joints, and nervous system recover. They prevent performance plateaus and regressions. They reduce the risk of injury by excessive fatigue. So basically, let's say your arms are tired or your joints are tired and you're trying to bench, you probably shouldn't be going too heavy on them because it's way easier for your shoulder to give out when you're super fatigued rather than when it's ready to be used. It improves motivation and mental sharpness for training. I'll get more into this on the next topic, but yeah, it really does help with that. It enhances strength and hypertrophy gains because it gives your body time to adapt to the prior training stress. When should you do a deload? You should do a deload when your performance is decreasing despite your consistent effort. So let's say you're going to the gym every single day, or like 3-4 days of the week, and you're noticing you're just getting weaker and weaker instead of putting on muscle and like feeling stronger. You're not. You're just the complete opposite of that. You feel excessively sore beyond the normal DOMS. So DOMS is delayed onset muscle soreness. So if you're feeling extra sore the next day, you should probably take a deload phase, unless you have like a really hard workout. But you should probably pair this one with any other symptoms that I tell you about. Your joints ache and your recovery is slower than usual. This is a big one. If your joints are aching, you should be slowing down on your workouts. You should never be overworking your joints. Your motivation is lower for training than usual. And this is what I was talking about. If you don't feel motivated to go into the gym and you're not excited to hit that arm pump or hit that chest day or whatever, you should probably take a break from the gym, because you're probably overtraining yourself to the point where your body doesn't even crave to be worked out and it just wants to rest. So give yourself a little bit of time to rest. I'll explain how to deload in the next segment. Just for now, here's how you know when to deload. You've completed an intense training cycle for 4 to 8 weeks. So let's say you're doing progressive overload for 4 weeks and you feel yourself starting to give out. You should be taking a deload phase. You should lighten up the weight or just stop going to the gym altogether, or not altogether, but as much, and just let yourself rest and catch up with all the fatigue that you've been building up over the past 4 weeks. If you could go for longer, go for longer, but if you're starting to find it miserable to go to the gym, you should slow down on going to the gym and let yourself rest. Now, this is how you deload. There's like 4 main ways to deload. So I'm going to tell you those ways, but if you think of any other way that works for you, then you could do that too. Number 1 is going to be reduce your intensity. So basically just lower your weights by 20 to 30 to 40%. You could even go as much as like cutting your weights in half and lifting that much for your workouts. But I usually do 25 to 30%. This is like usually the golden area for me personally, but you can always go higher percentage or lower percentage if you want. Number 2, reduce your volume. So instead of cutting down on weights, you're going to be cutting down on the amount of sets and reps that you do. So you would keep the same amount of weight, but instead of doing 3 sets of 8, you would do 2 sets of 6 or something like that at the same weight. That way you're still keeping the weight, but you're giving yourself a break on how much of the weight you're doing. Number 3 is combining 1 and 2 together and reducing your volume and your weights. This is more for the people who are like me, and if you're gonna take a break, you're gonna let yourself take a break. Like you're gonna slow down on not just one thing, but you're gonna slow down on a lot of things. That way you can let yourself fully recover and get back into the mindset. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing number 3, but I'm also not going to the gym as much for this week. That's just how it's gonna be, because I don't wanna make the deload phase last longer than it needs to. So I would rather just take a big break now. That way I can get back to working out as soon as possible. Number 4 is active recovery. So instead of going to the gym, you're gonna be just staying active by walking or doing some light cardio exercises. You can still go to the gym for that, for like the treadmill and stuff, but you're not going to be going to the gym nearly as much, and you're really just going to be doing like active rest days in a way. How long should you deload for? I usually deload for 5 to 7 days. That is like the worldwide basic amount. Like 5 to 7 days is a perfect amount. You're basically giving yourself a week of recovery, and that's usually how much you need. You can go for longer than that, or you can go for shorter than that. Some people can go 3 to 5 days and be completely fine and hop back straight into the gym and feel no kind of fatigue. It really depends on you, but I usually go for 5 to 7 days to make sure that I'm not hopping back in the gym and I'm not fully ready. How to eat on a deload. This is very important, and you should like actually pay attention to this part, because you do not want to miss this part. Number 1, you need to still stay in a high protein diet. You need to be eating a lot of protein, because you don't want to be losing that much muscle mass whenever you go on a deload, because that is inevitable. If you're going to be not working out as hard or not working out at all, you will be losing a little bit of muscle mass. It's very forgettable. Like you'll be gaining that back so fast once you start working out like hard again. But you should still be eating in a high protein area, because you don't want to be losing any muscle mass while you're on a deload. Number 2, reduce carbs. But that's only if you're reducing overall training. So if you're going to be doing what I'm doing, which is combining the reducing volume and the reducing weights into one, you would be reducing your carbs, because you don't really need carbs, because carbs are just energy. So yeah, just reduce your carbs, because you're not really going to need them. There's no point of eating carbs. Just stick to high protein. You can still eat a little bit of carbs, but just like, there's no point of loading up on them, like acting like you're about to go work out, because you're not going to be using that energy. Number 3, healthy fats. You should be eating the same amount of these, if not more, to maintain your hormone balance, because your hormones are literally what determine if you're going to get big or not. If you have a lot of testosterone, you're going to be good. If you have a little bit of testosterone, you're going to be bad. So your hormones have to be in check all the time. Just make sure that they're in check on the deload, because you're not going to be lifting as much and you need to rely on those. Number 4, stay hydrated. You need to stay hydrated no matter what. You're still going to be taking creatine and stuff, so you might as well stay hydrated. It also helps with recovery a lot. Water really helps with recovery, so stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water every single day. Micronutrients, specifically getting them from whole foods. This is going to promote you to be eating better food, so that your body can actually thrive and heal better and get more energy easier, rather than trying to eat and digest processed food, because that ruins your body. You should not be eating much of that, but focus on whole foods, and you will be getting your vitamins and minerals from them. If you want to supplement some, then start supplementing some too, but it's not really crazy. All you really need is creatine and protein, but if you want to supplement like magnesium, vitamin D, vitamin B, anything like that, then you should totally start supplementing them. They are great. That's up to you though. Why am I deloading? I realized that I am decreasing instead of increasing in strength, and I'm losing a lot of energy. I'm not sleeping I'm not waking up as awake as I should be. my motivation for training is terrible right now. I do not want to go. Like, even just thinking of the gym, I don't want to do it. For the past 2 exercises, I realized my pumps weren't great. And usually, once my pumps aren't looking good, that's when I realize, okay, yeah, I definitely need a deload. Because sometimes I think other factors like, oh, maybe I didn't get enough sleep last night, so that's why I'm tired during this workout. Or maybe I didn't eat enough today, that's why I'm tired during this workout. But once I see that my pump is suffering, that's when I realize, okay, I need a deload. And that's what I noticed for the past 2 workouts. So I just decided to slap myself through a deload phase. For the next week, I'm barely gonna be hitting the gym. Or I'm gonna be hitting the gym just at a very, very light amount. That is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you want to know more about deloads, or even if you want to know more about other topics in fitness. I like researching stuff deep whenever it comes to fitness. So yeah, just comment down below what you want to learn more about. Hit that subscribe button if you want more of this type of content. Hit that bell notification icon if you really mess with me. And yeah, excel by force and thrive in fitness. Love you guys.